Testing? Okay, welcome to the video. Here we go again. We're looking at a probability based on a table. So we've got a grade distribution of all the students who took a test, and so there were 44 students in total, and we can see how many got A's, B's, and C's, and we can see that 22 were male and 22 were female. So as we get more into detail in the question, we can look at exactly what are they asking for. They're asking for a probability that the student was male given they got an A. So we see that keyword given. Let's pay attention to that. That's going to be key here. So we've got the keyword given, indicating we're doing a conditional probability. So now we want to look at what are we conditioning on? The fact that the student got an A. So whenever we have an event that we're conditioning on, that lets us know immediately that the information we need on the table is going to be in that category, that the student got an A. So let's circle all that information about A's right now. Every number we need to do that calculation is going to be in this column of A's here. And now we can, sometimes I find it helpful on my paper to just blot out that other extra excuse me, information. So let's just say we're not going to need any information on the students who got B's or C's or the other totals. All the numbers we need will be right there. Now we can think about doing the calculation. We say, well, whenever we're calculating a probability, we can think about it as a proportion or a fraction. And when it's a conditional probability, the thing we're conditioning on becomes the denominator of our fraction. So we can fill in there and say the denominator of our fraction, or in other words, really the size of the population we're looking at, is the number of A's. So that's the, let's move it over there a little bit, the number of A's. And the total number of A's, when we look at our table, is 11. So that's the denominator of my fraction. Now for the numerator, we're going to go look at, okay, what's the other part of that event? The probability that the student was male, given that they got an A. So that's what's going to go in the numerator, the number of A students who were male. If we look at our table, here's A, here's the number of A's, here's the number of males. We can see there were 5 students in that category, so let's write it in words, and then we'll do the calculation. So our numerator is going to be number of males and A's, and when we calculate that out, we see that it is 5. So the fraction we're looking at here to calculate our probability is 5 over 11. So let's calculate that out there. If we do 5 divided by 11, I'm getting 0.4545. We round to 4 decimal places, so we would say our answer there, 0.4545. So we say if we choose a student at random from all those who took the test, what's the probability the student was male given they got an A? It's 0.4545.